configuration, right? Okay. So yes, so we have started with the topic called as bipolar junction transistor, right? Okay, can you see my
Yes.
screen?
No, sir.
Okay. Now can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So we have started with bipolar junction transistor, right? Just 1 second, I will be connecting a charger. Okay. Yeah. So in that we have seen one basic configuration, that is common emitter configuration. Now let us deal with that configuration in detail. Okay. So yes, in common emitter config. Okay, we will first discuss with common base configuration. Common base means what? Common base means what? What is common?
Base.
Base.
Base is common, right? This is emitter, base and collector. Base is common to input and output, right? Okay. Now,
Yes.
what is this current? What is this current? I E. What is this
I.
current? IC.
I
What is this
see.
current? IB. And
IB.
then what is the current gain for common base configuration? What we have seen? Current gain for common base configuration is,
Output by input.
yes, output current by
Output
input.
by input.
That is IC by IE. But what is that? कौन से सिंबल से डिनोट किया था इसको?
Alpha.
Alpha, right?
Alpha.
So
Alpha.
IC is equal to alpha times this is IE, right? This is IE, correct? Okay, so alpha times IE, right? So this was one equation, and then we have in common emitter configuration we have also seen that beta, right? Beta was common
IC by
emitter.
IB.
Very good. So this was your emitter, this is collector, base, emitter, and output was at collector. So this was IC upon IB. So beta is equal to, okay, so IC is equal to beta times IB, right? So this was second equation, and then one more equation we were having. Can you tell me what kind of equation we were having?
I
Yes.
equal to IC plus IB.
I is equal to IC plus IB.
Okay, IB, right? And then this was third equation. By combining these three equation, we were having one relation between alpha and beta. So can
Beta
you
is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha.
just 1 second? Can you tell me the equation where we left the previous lecture? It was
Sir,
1
you
minus
told,
alpha.
One
you
equal
told
to
us to take the
1 minus
relation
alpha
into
1
1
plus
plus
beta
beta.
1 plus beta.
equal to 1.
1 plus beta is equal to 1, right?
1.
Am I
Yes, sir.
audible clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
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 sir.
sir.
Okay, okay. So then can you find what is the equation between alpha and beta from this?
Sir,
How many of you
beta.
have done so far? Can you raise your hand?
Sir, beta is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha.
Huh?
Beta
Sir,
is
beta
equal
is equal to alpha
alpha
upon
by
1
1
minus
minus
alpha.
Alpha minus 1.
And alpha
Alpha
is
minus
equal
1 or
to
1 minus alpha?
1 minus alpha.
1 minus alpha, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is one of the equation. Let us call it as A. And alpha in terms of beta?
beta upon 1 plus beta.
Beta upon
1
1
plus
plus
beta.
beta.
beta. So all of you got these two equations?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us continue our discussion with common base configuration, right? So common base configuration, common base configuration, right? Okay. So common base configuration, it is like this, right? We are connecting. This is your emitter. This is base. This is collector, right? Okay. So this is NPN transistor, right? This is N. This is P. This is N. So how to give the power supply always we will use the transistor in active region, right? In active region there are two junction, base emitter junction and collector base junction. बोलिए base emitter कौन से बास में जाएगा? Base emitter will be in
Forward.
Forward.
bias.
collector base will be in
Reverse bias.
Reverse bias.
okay. So बोलिए यहाँ पर क्या कनेक्ट करना चाहिए? बैटरी का पॉजिटिव निगेटिव. This emitter base, this should be in forward or reverse?
Forward.
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 Forward means what? N is connected to negative and
Negative.
P is connected to positive.
Positive.
Right? So this is VEE, right? Okay, and second one is
reverse biased.
reverse bias, means N is connected to
Positive.
Positive.
P is connected to negative. This is VCC, right? Getting? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And in this configuration, we know alpha is equal to IC upon IE,
IE.
correct?
IE.
Okay, now let us deal with second configuration. What is your second configuration? Common
Emitter contact.
Emitter.
common emitter configuration, right? So emitter is common. So this is the transistor. This is your emitter, base, collector, right? So emitter is common to input and output. Now let us connect the power supply, right? Let us connect the power supply. So we need to connect one power supply here and another power supply here. Okay, so this is like one transistor, right? This is NPN transistor, N, this is P, this is N, right? So this is like a diode, right? This is one junction, base emitter, and this is your collector base junction. Now very carefully, okay? Now base emitter should be in forward or reverse?
Forward.
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 In active, base emitter is in
Forward bias.
Forward bias.
this is P. Anode is connected to
B.
anode is connected to positive or
Positive.
negative?
Positive.
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 So this is positive, negative, right? Let us call this battery as VBB. Okay. Now this is a diode, right? Now this diode, this should be in forward and reverse.
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 Reverse. So how to make it in reverse bias? How to make it in reverse bias?
Connect N positive terminal.
Okay. So here for N, right? N, I'm connecting positive terminal. Okay, and this is negative. So this is VCC. Correct? So positive is connected to cathode. Okay. मतलब देखिए यहाँ पर one more concept I will tell. This is a diode, right? This is anode. This is cathode. Let us say that voltage at anode is V suffix A. Let us say voltage at cathode is V suffix K. Okay. So whenever voltage at anode is greater than voltage at cathode, diode is said to be in forward bias, right? Whenever voltage at anode is less than voltage at cathode, diode is said to be in
Reverse bias.
correct.
Yes.
Any problem in this?
No, sir.
समझ में आ रहा है?
No, sir.
No,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Now, if here it is 100 volts, right? And here if it is 10 volts, right? So VA is 10 volts, VK is 100 volts. So VA is less than VK. So this is in reverse or forward?
Reverse.
Reverse bias.
Getting? So समझ में आया कैसे कॉन्फ़िगर किया है इसको?
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
this
Yes,
is your common emitter configuration, right? So this you can say that beta is the current gain. It is equal to IC upon IB, correct? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
And
sir.
you also know the relation between alpha and beta. Okay? Yes?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, let me give you third configuration, that is common
Correct.
collector configuration, right? Let me give you third configuration, that is common collector configuration. Okay, so again this is your transistor, but this time this is your emitter, right? Base,
Sir.
collector. Collector is common to input and output, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is your IB. Okay. IB, IC, and IE, you know. Okay. So this is your N, this is P, and this is N. Okay. Now, emitter base is in which configuration? This is your diode. Okay. So I need to connect a battery. So how I will be connecting a battery? I need to connect these two batteries, right? Okay. So this is base emitter junction, right? This is which one junction? Base emitter.
Base emitter.
So anode should be connected to,
Positive terminal.
Positive terminal.
and cathode should be connected to.
Negative
Negative.
terminal.
तो ये बैटरी का पॉजिटिव कनेक्ट कर दिया हमने ग्राउंड को, ये बैटरी का निगेटिव कर दिया हमने कनेक्ट ग्राउंड को, राइट? सो दिस इज इन फॉरवर्ड बायस एंड ऑफ कोर्स दिस विल बी इन रिवर्स बायस. ओके?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, no. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Just 1 second. One small change is there in this. Okay. Now, this is your common collector configuration. What is your current gain? Current gain is gamma. Correct? Current gain
Yes,
is
sir.
gamma.
Yeah.
What is current gain? Output current upon
I by IB.
Input.
I by
IB.
I
B.
B. Okay. So this is IE divided by IB. Okay. So IE is equal to gamma times,
Gamma times IB.
correct? Okay. Now, can you find what is the relation between IE and okay? IE I can write it as IB plus IC. I is equal to IB plus IC, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is
Yes,
gamma
sir.
times IB. Okay. Now, IB plus IC I can write beta times IB.
Yes, sir.
Correct. So IB,
Yes, sir.
IB cancel. So can I say 1 plus beta is equal to?
Gamma.
So did you get the relation between beta and gamma?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So similarly, you will have a homework to do, right? You have to find the relation between. किस में relation find out करेंगे? आपको अल्फा बीटा में relation find out हो गया आपका. अल्फा बीटा का relation पता है आपको, right?
Yes,
बीटा
sir.
gamma का पता है, right? किसका बचा है?
Alpha gamma.
Alpha
Sir,
gamma.
1 by 1 minus alpha is equal to gamma.
Yes, very good. Okay. So rest of you can do that thing as a homework. Any problem in this configurations?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So simple formulas are there. Okay. Now one more thing. Okay. सुनिए, जो current flow हो रहा है ट्रांजिस्टर में, okay. So that is due to what?
But
Due to electrons and holes.
हाँ, due to electrons and holes, right? So majority charge carrier से जो current flow रहा है, वो major रहेगा, right? Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Are there any minority charge carriers?
Yes, sir.
Of course, in practical devices they are present. Okay. So minority charge carrier के वजह से भी कुछ current flow होता है. उसको क्या बोलते हैं हम?
Reverse saturation current.
Reverse saturation current. Okay. So there are some formulas, right? You can just note down these formulas, right? So first of all, summary we will take. IC is equal to IC, IE is equal to IC plus IB, right? Then second, alpha is equal to IE upon IE, IC upon IE,
IC upon
IC upon IE. Then beta is equal to IC
IB
upon IB, and gamma is equal to IE upon IB, right? Okay. Now, सुनिए, IC का वैल्यू क्या दिया था मैंने? एग्जाम्पल दिया था ना? I कितना था? 100. IB कितना था? 2. IC कितना था?
98.
एक एग्जाम्पल दिया था, याद है आपको?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why? Because emitter is highly doped, base is lightly doped
Lightly
and collector is moderately doped.
Moderately doped.
ओके, अभी सुनिए, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कहाँ से कहाँ फ्लो होंगे?
Emitter to base.
Emitter
बेस
to
Emitter to base.
बेस में से कलेक्टर में,
Collector.
तो सबसे ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कहाँ पर है?
Collector.
कलेक्टर में
Collector.
कलेक्ट होंगे जब हम पावर सप्लाई देंगे तब. ओके, सो the more the number of electrons, what will happen? We need to give more space. Okay, तो कलेक्टर पे ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आ रहे हैं तो कलेक्टर हीट अप हो जाएगा, राइट?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
तो हीट को डिसिपेट करना है. सो व्हाट इज वन ऑफ द सिंपलेस्ट सॉल्यूशन टू इंक्रीज द एरिया? करेक्ट?
डिप्लेशन
Yes, sir.
रीजन कम कर देंगे.
नहीं 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 नहीं, एरिया, फिजिकल एरिया बढ़ा देंगे ना हम लोग, राइट? जैसे मैं आपका इंजन रहता है टू व्हीलर का, उसमें फिन्स लगे रहते हैं, राइट? सो व्हाई
Yes,
दैट
sir.
फिन्स आर देयर? सो दैट हीट विल गेट डिसिपेटेड, राइट? सो एरिया वाइज कलेक्टर का एरिया सबसे ज्यादा रहेगा, एमिटर का मॉडरेट रहेगा और बेस का एरिया सबसे कम रहेगा. समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then one more formula we have. Let us go back to the formula. One more formula we have. That is your IC, right? जो करंट फ्लो हो रहा है ना कलेक्टर में, वो किसके वजह से आ रहा है? एक तो आ रहा है ICBO, that is due to minority charge carriers. आपने बोला ना अभी.
Yes, sir.
प्लस दूसरा करंट आ रहा है जिसको हम IC बोलते हैं. ओके, दिस इज ड्यू टू
मेजॉरिटी चार्ज
मेजॉरिटी. ओके, तो अभी थोड़ा सा डिफरेंशिएट करते हैं. ये आईसी को मैं बोलता हूँ आईसी ड्यू टू इंजेक्टेड चार्ज कैरियर. इंजेक्टेड क्यों? क्योंकि आईसी कलेक्टर में चार्ज कैरियर्स कहाँ से आ रहे हैं? एमिटर में से बेस के थ्रू कलेक्टर में आ रहे हैं, एमिटर में से इंजेक्ट हो रहे हैं, राइट?
Yes, sir.
So in
Yes,
some of
sir.
the reference books, right, it is also given as current due to injected charge carriers, correct? Okay. Now let us say, for an example, right, this current is in milliamperes, right? So let us say that if it is 1000 milliampere, right? Okay, this will be 1 milliampere and this will be 1 milliampere, right? So can we neglect this thing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
So
sir.
normally whatever current we are measuring, that is due to injected charge carriers. Okay, any problem in this? And the
No, sir.
relation between alpha beta, you know, right? So beta is equal to alpha upon 1 minus alpha, right? Alpha is equal to beta upon
Beta
1 plus
1 plus
beta,
beta.
right? And then gamma is equal to 1 plus beta, correct? Yes, no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let us say that a question is there and he is saying that your IE is equal to 2.5 milliamperes, right? Let us say alpha is equal to 0.98, right? Alpha is equal to 0.98. Okay, then can you find IB and IC? Can you find IB and IC?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So how to find out? Just get the answers. So IC is equal to alpha times I. Getting? So therefore this will be 0.98 multiplied by 2.5 million, right? So whatever answer is there, how much is that?
2.45.
2.4 5 million, right? IC. And now can you find IB? IB is what?
0.05.
I minus IC. So it will be 0.
0.04.
05.
So like this will be MCQs, right? Any problem in this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so the main thing is that we have seen the configurations, right? Now let us see some difficult part, right? That is called as your characteristics. Okay, so first of all, let us discuss the characteristics of common emitter configuration. Okay, common emitter configuration के characteristics discuss करते हैं, right? So common emitter configuration ये वाला है, right? So let me So can you see this diagram properly?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So let me, characteristics means what? There will be two characteristics, right? So let me give a general configuration, right, for you. So there are two characteristics. One are your input characteristics. One are your input characteristics, and second are your output characteristics, right? Okay. Now, what are input characteristics? Input characteristics is graph of input current versus input voltage, right?
Yes, sir.
What is constant? What is constant? Output
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 voltage.
voltage.
voltage is constant. Okay. Similarly, output characteristics is graph of output current versus
Output voltage.
Output voltage.
voltage. What is constant?
Input voltage.
Input current.
Input current is constant.
Current. Sorry.
ओके तो ये दो जनरल स्टेटमेंट दे दिए मैंने, करेक्ट?
Yes, sir.
यस नो?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
ध्यान में रहेंगे?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ओके, इनपुट निकालते वक्त आउटपुट का वोल्टेज कांस्टेंट रखना है, आउटपुट निकालते वक्त इनपुट का करंट कांस्टेंट रखना है, राइट? नाउ व्हाट आर दिस कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स? सो दिस transistor was invented, right? So when this transistor was invented, they have done certain experiments, okay? So that experimental results are nothing but this characteristics, okay? So इन्होंने क्या किया पता है क्या? That ये जो वोल्टेज है, so ये वोल्टेज पावर सप्लाई है, इसको मतलब वेरिएबल रखा और फिर आराम से वोल्टेज को 0, देन 0.1 वोल्ट, 0.2 वोल्ट, 0.3 वोल्ट, 0.7 वोल्ट, 0.8 वोल्ट ऐसे बढ़ाया, राइट? 10 वोल्ट तक बढ़ा के देखा और फिर कुछ पॉइंट्स आए, फिर उन्होंने पॉइंट प्लॉट किए, राइट? So the inventor of this transistor, right, they have done some experiments, and from that experimental results we got some characteristics, right? So what are the characteristics? Let us see. So first of all, let us draw the input characteristics, okay? So input characteristics is a graph of input current versus input voltage, right? Okay, so what is input voltage? In this case VBB, ये input voltage है, correct? Input current
Yes,
कौन
sir.
सा है? What is input here? IB.
IB.
So this is IB. Okay. Now input voltage versus input current. Okay. So ये VBB है, नहीं तो sometimes it is also called as voltage applied between base and emitter. इसको VBE भी बोलते हैं, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
मैं इसको VBE बोलता हूँ. Okay. Voltage measured between base and emitter. Okay. Now can I say this is one diode? This is one diode, right? And this diode, one of the terminal is connected to positive, another this terminal connected to negative. So how is this diode? Diode कैसा गया? Forward or reverse bias?
Forward bias.
Forward
Forward.
bias.
Forward bias, correct? Okay. So forward bias में diode के characteristics कैसे रहेंगे? Let us say this VCC is fixed to 10 volts. So what will happen? Initially, as you increase the voltage from 0 volt, 0 volt, 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 0.5, let us say it is made up of silicon diode. तो voltage बढ़ेगा, current बढ़ेगा, जब voltage बढ़ा रहा हूँ तो
No, sir,
नहीं
not at
बढ़ेगा।
the 0
No,
point.
sir.
sir.
then what will happen? Let us say this is 0.7 volts for silicon. What will happen? At 0.7 volts,
It
as
will
per-
start
It's
increasing.
increasing.
yes, the current will start increasing, correct? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
इस वोल्टेज को क्या बोलते हैं? कट इन वोल्टेज नहीं तो थ्रेशोल्ड वोल्टेज, करेक्ट? So forward characteristics of common emitter configuration are same as that of forward characteristics of a normal PN junction diode. समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All of you?
Yes, sir.
तो ये एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन किया तब VCC क्या था? ये एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन किया तो VCC क्या था आपका? 10 वोल्ट,
Con-
10 volts.
बराबर है?
Sir.
ओके.
Yes, sir.
अभी मैं क्या करूंगा? अभी VCC को 15 वोल्ट्स करूंगा और फिर से ये 0 से लेकर बढ़ाऊंगा 10 वोल्ट्स तक. तो फिर से मुझे क्या मिलेगा? एक कर्व मिलेगा लाइक दिस. ओके. So this is the experimental curve when VCC is equal to 15 volts.
15 volts.
Getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us say ये मैं रब कर देता हूँ. Let us say ये जो ग्रीन कलर का ग्राफ है इसका स्लोप मुझे चाहिए. तो स्लोप कैसे निकालेंगे हम लोग? I want the slope of this thing. How to find slope? Y by x. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Y by x. So see What is resistor? What is resistance? Voltage by current.
Current.
So can I say it is 1 by slope? क्योंकि slope क्या है आपका? Slope क्या है?
Voltage.
Delta y. What is delta y? Delta ib, right?
Yes.
Divided by, तो इसका डिनोमिनेटर जाएगा न्यूमरेटर में, इट विल बी डेल्टा वीवी वीवी, राइट? इसका
Yes,
स्लोप
sir.
कितना है? हाउ इज दिस स्लोप?
IB by W
हाँ,
VPV.
ओके, ये जो स्लोप निकाल रहे थे तब कौन कांस्टेंट था?
Output voltage.
Output
VCC.
VCC
Yes, sir.
इज कांस्टेंट, राइट? सो ये जो स्लोप है, सॉरी ये जो रेजिस्टेंस है, इसको बोलते हैं आप इनपुट. ओके,
Okay, sir.
समझ में आया?
समझा.
इजी है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now very important thing. Okay, very important. Now let us draw reverse characteristics. Okay, so reverse characteristics, again I will draw a reference line for me. So reverse characteristics is a graph of
Output current and output voltage.
output current and output voltage. So let us say output voltage is VCE. Between collector and emitter I am taking the output, okay, or VCC you can say, and this is I
IC,
P, right? Okay. Now, what is constant? IB is constant. So let us say that this IB is constant to 20 microampere. Okay, इसको constant रखते 20 microampere पे. Okay, and then what happens? You know, hello, what happens? That as I will increase VCE, what will happen? IC will increase. क्या होगा? These are experimental results. जैसे मैं VCE इसके across voltage जैसे बढ़ाता हूँ, what will happen? The current will increase, right? So as I will increase VCE, this IC will increase, and after some time it will become constant. Getting?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
this
sir.
was the graph for IB is equal to 20 microampere. Correct? Now
Yes, sir.
let us make it as 40 microamperes. 40 microamperes. Okay. So IB बढ़ा तो IC बढ़ेगा या कम होगा? What is the relation between IC and IB? IC is equal to beta times IB, right?
Yes, sir.
So IB, if IB increases, IC will also
Increase.
increase. So
Increases.
what will happen again if I start increasing this voltage, right? And if I plot the value of current, I will get a graph like this. And this value, this graph is for IB is equal to 40 microampere, correct? Again, if I do the same experimentation, right, with increased value of IB, I will get some graph like this for 60 microampere. So can I say this equation is being followed? IB बढ़ रहा है तो IC भी बढ़ रहा है. यहाँ पर देखिए IB बढ़ा है, IB 20 से 40 किया, तो IC भी देखिए, IC का लेवल यहाँ से पहले यहाँ था, यहाँ हो गया, फिर से 40 से 60 किया तो IC भी बढ़ रहा है यहाँ पर, करेक्ट?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ओके,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
ये कैसा है? रिवर्स बायस में, राइट, विथ रेड कलर. दिस इज इन reverse bias. Okay, IB अगर zero है, if IB is zero means what? Current is flowing in this diode?
No, sir.
No. So
No,
ये
sir.
भी बन गया reverse bias में. थोड़ा ध्यान दीजिए, ये भी बन गया आपका reverse bias में. Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
sir.
दोनों reverse bias में current flow होगा?
No, sir.
नहीं होगा, right? So again, when IB is equal to zero, still I am increasing VCC and I am getting some voltage, right? I'm getting some voltage. This is the curve for IB is equal to 0 microampere. So ideally IC is 0, but practically IC is very less. That is current due to minority charge carriers, and I can highlight this thing and I can say under this, right, IB 0 के नीचे अगर रहेगा, so no current will be flowing in this circuit, and this where no current is flowing in this circuit, this region is called as your cutoff region.
Region.
समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
सो इन कट ऑफ रीजन कौन सा स्विच करंट ही फ्लो नहीं हो रहा है, मतलब
Off
Off
switch.
switch.
Off switch.
गेटिंग ओके। जहां पर ये आईबी और आईसी बढ़ रहा है तो ये कब होगा? सो ये कौन सा रीजन? इस रीजन में क्या हो रहा है? आईसी इज इंक्रीजिंग इन प्रोपोर्शनल विद आईबी। आईबी अगर 1 माइक्रो एम्पियर है तो आईसी बन गया, लेट अस सपोज 10 microamperes, right? Means IC is increasing, right? IC is getting amplified, so that's why this region is called as your
Active
active
reason.
region. Active region, your diode will work as an
Amplifier.
amplifier. Okay, and still if you start increasing, VCE, right, what will happen? There will be one region called as when both the diodes will be in forward bias, right? ओके, सो व्हाइट कलर से मैं आपको डिनोट करता हूँ। सो इस रीजन में क्या होगा पता है? आईसी भी बड़ा है, राइट? एंड इन दिस रीजन बोथ द डायोड्स विल बी इन फॉरवर्ड बायस। ओके, सो दिस रीजन इज कॉल्ड एज
Saturation region.
राइट। इस रीजन को हम सैचुरेशन रीजन बोलते हैं। आई विल जस्ट राइट इट हियर, सैचुरेशन रीजन। इट विल वर्क एज एन ऑन स्विच। ओके,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
okay then, so that is your forward characteristics. Okay, so similarly these are the characteristics of common collector configuration, right? The characteristics of the output characteristics of common emitter configuration and common collector configurations are same. Okay, yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so now just tell me. Okay, now this is common base configuration. Common base में बोलिए, input characteristics is a graph of common base, IE versus
VB.
VB. VB.
common base बोलिए, input characteristics IE versus
VB.
VE.
V.
What is constant?
VCC.
VCB constant, right? हम कलेक्टर और बेस के बीच में बोलेंगे, right? Yes.
Yes,
This is
sir.
voltage across collector and
Yes,
base.
sir.
This is voltage across emitter and base. Okay, and output characteristics is a graph of IC
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 versus
CB.
VCB.
what is constant? Input current. What is input current?
IB.
IE.
I.
Correct? Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So in common base configuration also, input characteristics is same as forward characteristics of a diode. Okay. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And
Yes,
then this thing, right? Common collector configuration. Can you tell me input characteristics is a graph of IB versus V? Input में V,
VB.
B, C. Yes. इनपुट में देखिए ना, बेस और कलेक्टर के बीच में इनपुट जा रहा है। ओके, व्हाट इज कांस्टेंट? V
B.
नहीं ना, इसके बीच में वोल्टेज कितना है? आउटपुट
CE.
C और EC, whatever it is. And output characteristics is a graph of
VB.
V. Okay, current versus voltage. What is the current? Output current IE.
IE.
V.
CE.
V.
PE.
CE.
CE. What is constant?
IB.
IB.
IP.
Okay. Any problem in this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So these are the three configurations. I guess that our time is over, right? Yes.
Sir, did you send the PDF of this unit?
I have sent it. Yes, no.
Yes, sir, you have sent.
So kindly forward it. Okay. And those who have not joined the classroom, please join the classroom. Okay. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So just a second. And so for attendance, we will be taking attendance. Just stay here.